Okay, so here we're gonna continue line style. I had to turn off the computer, so I have to reset all these things. Make sure that I don't have any of this. And we're set at black. Okay, that's good. Okay. So I'm gonna make another line right over here. Make sure that my layer's on. Oh, that's right. It's because it's half hidden. And RGB intensity is at full 100. Now, let's see. We don't need that much. Like that. One, two, three, four. One. Okay. Right here, this is going to start creating a problem because they're radiating in, as you can tell. Whoop. Okay. So now going to reduce. I mean, we can reduce the amount of polygons going on the top of the head, or we can just leave it like that and just run them down. But sometimes it's advisable to not to run that many down the head. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 12 just behind, just on the underneath now. So one way of doing that is making this. And then you run it down. And here we go. let's save a quick save right there. And let's bring it down. Same thing over here. Gotta make sure to close this. There you go. On this one, I'm just erasing all this stuff again, just to make sure that I'm fitting them right. That's much better solution to it. Right here, one of these is gonna have to, I don't know which one yet. Let's continue to run this, see how this goes. Probably right over here. Goes like that. That's a little close. So that's where I'm gonna do this. And now this one just continues. There you go. Oh. So might be able to stretch these ones a little bit more towards the side. Okay, so let's continue this one. This one will more than likely continue in this direction. There's one there, maybe another one right over here. There's gonna be another one right over here. Actually, let's go this way, that way. So obviously all of these ones may just have to be moved because they're way too bunched up together. And that can be done later on. go. And let's move this one in a little bit more. Hit L, so it's a lot easier to erase. Now again. Like that. This one we may want to bring it in a little bit too. Oh, too much. There you go. And bring this one in like that fashion. Okay, this one go like that. And there's still a lot of geometry. If we would have left that other one, those other 2 or 3 that were coming from here, we would have 1, 2, 3, 4 instead of 2. So we had 4 more to deal with, and that would have been really heavy. I am going to quick save. Okay, so let's finish this. Obviously, this one is going to come in this direction. Let's see. So you know, this one for sure will come in this direction. There you go, and we have a quad right there. So no need to run that one. And we have another one right over here. So I don't know if I like this. I don't know if I'm liking that, because we're gonna have a whole lot of quads and triangles. Let's go back. Okay, let's create a bigger one. Sometimes this is best. I'm gonna create a quad right there for the next one. And probably, hold on, this probably would have been better here. Okay, I'm just gonna drive this one right here. I'm gonna erase all of these. So L. Like that. L once again. Now I'm just trying to reduce the amount of geometry that we have going on. Okay, it goes like that. Sometimes it's good to actually, because we're doing a low res mesh, I'm probably just gonna go down the body. Let me bring back the entire body. Oh, come on. There you go. It would be good to use these ones in this fashion and follow the line of the sternocleidomastoid. But if we start on that one, then we're just gonna have a whole bunch of geometry everywhere. And I don't want to get too crazy with the geometry. We're just doing a base mesh. We really don't have much time to get into real topology, like follow topology like that and all this. It's just, it would be great, but we don't have time for that. So I'm sufficed to have it with the face and the hands, and everything else we're just gonna go down, you know, not really following any of these. So this one's gonna go down too, like that. And this is good for what we're doing, just to retopologize the mesh. It's not optimum for animation. I mean, it's good. It's okay for animation, but if you really want it, like for a character that is going to go into the movies or something like that, then you really want to follow the topology. Ah. Okay, let's continue to do this. Awesome, like that. Oh, that's huge. These polygons right here are humongous. That's why it's giving us that. Frankly, I would love it if we had the time to do full topology on this, you know, following every single muscle. But that would take quite a while, and fortunately our time limitation here is really keeping us from doing stuff like that. It's actually an excellent exercise. And as a matter of fact, I'm adding a lot of topology right here. I mean, this is quite a bit. And pretty soon we're going to have to start doing a lot bigger polygons, otherwise we're going to be here and we're going to be putting 50,000 polygons if we continue this. And I don't want to put 50,000 on this. That would just be crazy. Okay. Now they're already starting to get bigger. So we can already start getting these ones. Okay. Perfect. Now we're going to start creating the ones here for the arms. We're going to create at least 3 loops around the arms. And obviously we're not going to be able to draw these ones very well, so we're just going to have to kind of wing it, kind of guess where they're going to go. Oh. Another one right there. And that's gonna meet somewhere over here. Obviously these ones are the ones who are gonna go right through the middle of the arm. A lot of this gonna go right through the middle of it. Alright, these ones. Maybe some of these I may change this, but these ones actually do have to keep on going down the back. And the one right in the middle. Oh, too big. Create this one also. Oh, huge. That's right through the middle. Let's save this. F9. Okay, we're gonna create another one right over here. And I think that's probably gonna be it for that. If we have any more. Oh. There you go. Let's continue with the back. So we have those ones. We have this one right over here. This one. Now these ones can be big because, you know, they're so separated. And let's see where we're gonna put our. We're gonna have our. It's either here or here. And I'd rather create an extra loop. It goes like that. And this goes like this. And then we have a loop that goes like that. And another one. How many do we have one now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We don't want to put too many. Nine. 10, and that's starting to at least half the arm. that. Now, how many do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we need to put 5, and they have to be somewhere on the same area, somewhere over here. This will be our 5th one. Let's put one right where there's a plane change. 1. That's about right. 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. And this one will probably go. We're gonna have to have one right over here. That's a huge polygon. I probably need to bring this one a little bit further in. Okay, and we're gonna have the split right over here. This one's gonna continue down. I'm gonna meet with this guy right over here. All of these ones will continue to go down. There's a lot of geometry. Good lord. See, in the back it's not as much because we were able to reduce it when we were on the head. This one, we're just going crazy. Look at that. That is insanity. I want to open this a little bit more. There you go. Okay, like that. Two, 3, and 4. And we're getting all close right over here. On the arm, maybe this needs to go a little bit more. Not so close to that one. There you go. And like that. I think that's how we have it on the other side at least. Let's quick save. Okay. Obviously, we're going to have another one right over here. A few more. Maybe one more here. I don't want this to be an insane amount. We already have like 20 going around this arm. Let's see. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, and we have an ugly one right here. This can't go like that. Oh, we have a mistake right here. That's an angon. Oh. we can't have this one. So we gotta erase that one. That was a big mistake. You can always raise this one up. There you go. Oh. Come on. Okay, it's a little bit more, a little better distributed. Gotta catch those things because those end guns are brutal later on your mesh. Go. Well, we have a ton. That's all I know. And this one's got to go right in the middle of the body. Or at least this is a good idea to carry it through the middle. And then we're going to have this one going through the middle also. Another one like that. And we'll have another one going this way. This one's going to go down to the front. Too big. I like the other one better. Too far from the original. And as you guys can see, ZBrush doesn't like to be doing lines at an angle. Yeah, it just puts dots instead. And we'll have another one right over here. Oi. Man, I can't do this right now. Okay, let's do this right in the middle. Come on. There you go. Oi. Well, this would have been nice to carry it that way, but no, we're not gonna get into topology. Sometimes I start working on topology, like get caught up in following topology, and I ended up creating 50,000 polygons, and we just don't want to do that. That would get out of hand real quick. Now we do have to follow this one because that is the way the leg moves, or that's where the articulation of the leg is, so we do have to follow that. And sometimes these are some of the most difficult areas to work on. Actually, no, that's not how that goes. And let's save it. Okay, so let me put this one down over here. And this one's gonna go right over here with this one inside one. Now this one will go down the leg, so does this one, so does that one. Have to remind myself to not spend too much time doing that. So this is we're gonna have to generate some more geometry out of this, just like that. How are we gonna do this? This is geometry that I don't really want to deal with. And create a quad right there. In theory, we can delete this and not have to deal with it. There's no need for it. And then we have a quad right there. Actually, no. Let's do this quad right over here to make that. And let's do this. So we have quads everywhere. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Quad right there. Let's put another one right there where those ones meet. 2. Actually go like that. No, actually, you know what? That's fine like that. Maybe like that, so you have a nice place where to. And again, this is following topology, and I probably shouldn't be doing that. I'm falling again on what I don't want to be doing. And this goes right over here. This one goes right over here. This one should probably be going a little bit more this way. Yeah, it's a little bit better. Quick save it. 9. Okay. This is going out this direction, and down the leg, down the leg, down the leg. Now, because this is a triangle right over here, we can actually put one right here, and all of a sudden, that's a quad. Ah, that's just horrible. Well, I don't know if we're going to be able to do better than that. It's going to be very difficult at this angle. Very difficult. And here we have this one. I want to put this one right over here. At least we have one going on from there. Actually, we can probably move this a little closer to this one so they're not so separate. Bring this a little bit in. We have a ton coming from the front, but not that many from the back, and probably we needed more here to spread this around. But I didn't. Probably would have been a good idea. Actually, I'm sure of it. I'm gonna delete the arms, so they're not in the way right now. Side. Oops. Okay. So there's going to be another one going really close to the leg to make that cut, that turn. And it's going to start spreading. Spreading this way. And ideally, no, let's not do that, because I'm going to have to create some... That is the problem with that area. And we really can't keep doing this. I mean, you could. Let's see. I'm going to save this and I'm going to try something. I'm going to try this. I'm going to try to bring it close. Let me see. I'll bring it closer here. Let's see if I can turn it like this. It's going on like that. I'm gonna have to erase all of this. So with L and Option, I'm just gonna erase all of this for now. Now let's leave that for now. And let's go back to 10, which is what we had. And we're gonna connect that line to this one. Now I'm not saying this is optimal, but it will help us keep these things even. Because otherwise we're gonna have unevenness on the leg. And by that I mean, what we were starting right over here, it will terminate somewhere over here. It's not going to continue to do a full rotation like it would do in the arm and stuff like that. And sometimes that can create problems. And right here we're creating those multiples. So we have 1, 2, and we would like to have a third one going down the leg. So 1. I'm just going to cut this off right over here. Actually, move this in this direction. Yeah, just like I thought. I'm going to have to erase all this up. just for the time being. And continue this. On the leg as our third loop. Although the reality is that this is already serving as the third loop. Let's see, should we leave that there? And move this way. I think this works beautifully, frankly. I like it. I think I like that. Bring this a little bit forward. Actually, I'm probably only going to use it 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to delete one of these. And not use so many. So let's get rid of this one. Get rid of this one. I'm gonna put it right here. I'll put another one right here. We don't have so much lines running down that area. I know that 4 will do great, how we had it, but the problem is that we're trying to bunch them up right over here, and that's not good. I could reduce them. I could reduce all of that inside of the leg if I wanted to. See what I mean? You're gonna have to start turning in. And that's not necessarily the best choice here. I hate it when I do that. No. And I guess, theoretically, I could actually join it right over here. Let's say that this goes in like that. This continues to go this way. Oh no. Yeah, that's starting to cause problems. Because we're running out. So if this one goes... Wait a minute. Yeah, we're gonna have issues anyway. We're just gonna have to join them inside of the leg. It's just a very difficult joint to get correct. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's right. Yeah, we're just gonna have to do it that way. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's ugly. Let's not do that. This is usually what I end up doing. There's no other solution to it. You just have to join them right there, underneath, inside the leg. Because otherwise, we're gonna have a whole bunch of loops going underneath, and that's just crazy. It just looks ugly, like that. That's even uglier. Like that. So we terminate those two into that one. Is that right? Yeah, we have that one going around. And we still have another one. Jeez. And what happens is it's going to go down like a spiral. And that's what we don't want. That's exactly what we don't want. We don't want that spiral going down. So let's see how we can fix this. I just may be able to. Yep. I don't think there's any other choice. Just gonna have to. Unfortunately, they're kind of towards the inside of the leg, so they're not going to be as noticeable. Hopefully. Okay. And let's get ready to save this. Oh, come on. Okay. Oh boy, this is ugly. I'm gonna erase some of this. These are just way too thick and you can't even tell where one begins and the other one ends. That's just gonna create confusion later on, and I don't want to be confused. Okay. Let's save this.